Hi, today we're gonna discuss about RESTful web services. RESTful web services are similar to regular web services, just like platform independent services, and they deal with lightweighted data only. It can't deal with heavy weighted data, and these RESTful services are used HTTP bindings with SOA. So, by using HTTP binding, RESTful services can be integrated with any other services. In HTTP binding, we had two verbs. One is get verb and post verb. Where in get verb, when you provide plain data, nothing but required data with URL is given as input to people, it will get output as required in XML format. Whereas in post verb, including URL, we had to supply XML format data, and we get output as XML data in post verb. So today we're gonna discuss about get verb in HTTP binding. So let's do a small example in RESTful services by using HTTP binding through verb, get verb, and we're gonna discuss how to test the get verb also. Let's start. Today I'm gonna discuss a small program that is simple one, addition of two numbers, and addition of two numbers is done by HTTP bindings. So let's start the program. First of all, we had to create XSD. First of all, we had to create the project, new project, SOA project. Let's rest get one. Next, finish, empty composite, service as HTTP binding. Why? Because RESTful services use HTTP bindings. HTTP bindings are not such much secure, whereas compared to HTTPS. Okay, let's use HTTP binding. Click next, welcome screen. Give some name to HTTP binding. Let's will be get verb. Click next and define the from operation and schema. Let's click next. So what type of service? Type of nothing but HTTP binding will be service or reference. It is service, and operation type, whether it is will be request or response, and give the operation name. Just remember this name. I will give add. Remember this one. Okay, and verb type is get verb. The main difference between get and post verb is security is more in post verb, whereas compared to get verb. In get verb there will be not that such much security, whereas in post verb we had a good security, and data restriction is there in get, whereas post verb we don't have any data restriction, and data is visible here in get verb by the URL, and post verb it is not visible. Okay, we're gonna do with get verb. Click next. We had to define an XSD as a request and for output also, so cancel this one. We had to do first of all create an XSD, new schema, XML schema. XML schema is nothing but something name, something directory, something namespace. Click OK. I would like to continue with this only. No need of any new things. Let's start application. Give some name, request. Okay. Complex element. Sequence. So this is a request. We require two things as input, number one, number two. So define those elements. Let I will define this one. Element name is name is equal to new enter one, and type is obviously it is an integer. Integer. Okay. This is input, and we have to create a response also. Let's say next response, where we had okay, this is operation what we did, and string result in 0. Okay, click save, close this XD, and insert HTTP binding. Click next, welcome screen, give service name, get verb, click next, next. Already had explained these things. Click next. Okay, browse the request one, request, browse the response one, click next, finish. There we get HTTP service, nothing but a client provide us URL comma some XML data. Why? Because every time they don't provide WSDL, so sometimes they provide RESTful services. In that cases we have to use HTTP binding. By this HTTP binding, the RESTful services is converted to web service through this adapter. So insert for operation, BPEL or else mediator, or as you wish, synchronous, sorry define service later. Click OK. Map this one, open the process, receive, checkbox this, create instance, create input variable, receive input variable, click OK, and reply, and create output variable, click OK, and in between we have to assign something. What we have to do? So end of this calculated result, and plus second method. Okay, and operation is some constant, add operation. Click OK. Okay, everything is fine. Click OK. Just deploy this rust get verb in your local server. Required partition. Finish. Everything is done. Look if there are any errors. It will be done quite comfortably. Open the browser. Okay, the project is deployed, finish, and build successfully. Go to the EM. Is the deployed one. This is rest get verb. We can test this by 2 ways. Just through endpoint URL the data is sent. Remember that word. This is endpoint URL. Through endpoint URL you have to send required data. So number 1 and number 2 is equal to 23 and is equal to check if there are any spelling mistake. Okay, just see what's wrong. Operation name. This one. Operation name. I just given wrong word here. Operation name wrong. What happened? Oh, request response. I didn't change this one. Request no spelling. That's why request response again. Hold a second. Read you ESP or ESPON response. It is fine.